Welcome back. We're 1 week down the track and quite a bit's happened. So we thought we'd just pop on here and tell you.
Hello indeed. Well, when we had our first night camping in Germany, beautiful sunset near Landshut, within the next morning we meandered on to Austria. And first we wanted to check out a couple of places because we had thought we'd go very quickly to Slovenia, but as we love Austria, we actually went to an area we hadn't been to, which was a beautiful spa town called Bad Ischl.
That was really pretty and they had beautiful flowers.
Indeed. And also known, I'm not sure, a little bit of history there, the Austro-Hungarian emperor and in particular empress Sisi. There's a bit of mysticism about her, movies made about her as well. It was one of her favorite places where she went to pretty much every summer in Austria as well. Picturesque place. And after Bad Ischl, it was time for a camp spot.
Quite late at night. I get kind of a little bit nervy if it's too late, just because I like to set up in daylight.
Well, so as we were then embarking, there was beautiful sort of areas, some lakes, and we were entering the mountains up towards the Post-Alm. So it was getting dark as we were heading up the road, winding out near river as well. We saw a nice track, but it looked very much like a four-wheel drive track. Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle to make it up here. I had to go in low four-wheel drive. You can see the tracks here, and it goes very steep. Down here, it's probably a 10-15 meter elevation. Down here flows the river, rising, meandering around. There's a road. So this is nothing here. I suppose we're not supposed to be in here, so shh, don't tell anyone. We're going to have a beautiful night here. Good night, everybody.
Okay, that was close.
What was close, Princess?
Bloody four-wheel driving in the mud. We could have been stuck here all night.
When we say stuck here, well, I mean,
winching and using the max.
It looks like a beautiful spot here, doesn't it? But let's
until you walk it.
until you walk it.
Wet.
Yes, we can see here because it's going uphill, so no, on a decline like that.
And there are tracks.
Yeah, of course, our 3.7 ton. Are not very suitable for wet terrain, and we've got a perfect spot. I mean, you can only get here by four-wheel drive, and see the road is down there. It's supposed to be also a private road. Oh, there's even a hunting spot. I didn't bring my rifle with me. I probably scared the deer off anyway. And the next morning, we meandered on. We actually went up the Post-Alm, wanted to go for a hike in this beautiful mountain area. Driving out of our beautiful camping spot, surrounded by snow-capped mountains. You can see here, Princess is in low four-wheel drive. Gives you an idea already from the angle. I'm holding the phone straight. Here we come. However, you may remember a couple of weeks ago I was actually quite unwell. Princess got sick. Yeah, break for almost 2 days for
saw the doctor, which cost us a little fortune, but thankfully we've got insurance.
Because of that, then we got laid into the area where the Lake District there is in Austria, and a place we hadn't been to, Zell am See.
That was really, really pretty. It's the first time we'd used that, and we finally found the road. Unfortunately, it was right on a walking path for every man and his dog, literally. But it was a really good spot, very quiet.
Well, then the next morning, of course, Princess was getting better, and we embarked into the town of Zell am See. Picturesque.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
Magnificent, like out of a fairy tale book. We meandered around it, we explored the lake.
Fabulous lunch.
At
this gorgeous hotel.
At the lake. Fantastic. And as we're enjoying the day and the afternoon and meandering through town, we thought, okay, let's just check what the weather is doing. It's like, oh my God, there's a weather front coming from the south. And so we eventually actually packed up. Fantastic. And as we're enjoying the day and the afternoon and meandering through town, what are we going to do? Because we're about to go into the serious mountains in Austria and the Hohe Tauern. Oh, you know what? Hey, let's see, mid-afternoon, we need to head off. Let's get into to the mountain so we can hopefully still get some nice view. And so we eventually actually packed up and we drove into the direction towards the Hohe Tauern, the Großglockner Hochalpenpass.
Please note right here that I'm leaving him to say all these names because I make really bad effort at trying to get these names out. I'm as bad as the person on Google.
I'd say very good effort. It's just, of course, my German background comes in handy so I can pronounce it in the original German way. So again, so the Großglockner Hochalpenpass, bottom line, a really mountainous road leading up to almost 3,000 meters in altitude.
Stunning. Absolutely
of course,
stunning.
Snow everywhere.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Our trip here, of course, chaka, 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 second gear, first gear, chaka, 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 chaka. Just doing its job, getting us up there. No one really on the road. But actually, before we got out there, oh my God, we didn't know it's actually a toll road. So interesting, they let the last car on the Hochalpenstraße at 4 p.m. Luckily, we just arrived there 10 to 4. And we meandered on there as well and right up to the, we went as far as 2,540 meters. Amazing views.
And Bernhard decided that he would play snowman. So
I love my snow.
please photograph this, Mary. Yeah, sure. And I'm sitting there freezing and Bernhard's rolling around in the snow. Seriously?
I have to.
Big kid?
I love the snow. I'll always be a child. Then as we were meandering along on the mountaintops, then we decided with the weather closing in that we were going down on the other side, on the southern side of the Hohe Tauern, towards a town actually we then quite liked. And we ended up staying there for a couple of nights, which was Heiligenblut. Well, we stayed there.
We're opposite a beautiful deserted church, fabulous river. I think there's some drone footage on this.
Absolutely.
And had another shower. You're pleased to know. It was stunning. And again, this was a park for night. A local came past with his dog, and so we just checked in that it was okay to stay there because we're pretty much in view of the town, which is, you know, kind of up on the mountain.
So, but it was quite magnificent. It was also the setting right next to this abandoned church as well. Very picturesque. The weather was so-so.
We did manage a walk the next day along the river, which was fabulous. And what was the name of that waterfall?
That's right. So there were, of course, we had on and off showers, had our raincoats with us. And then the following day...
That started to get a bit more adventurous. So we sailed on through Austria, came to a town...
Yes, in the town, so we're aiming basically the last larger town before entering into Slovenia. Because we've been heading for Slovenia. We just spent a few more days in Austria, which was Villach. So Villach, and the weather was, very mediocre, rainy, just a bit miserable. Anyway, we had things to catch up on. So we decided we'd go to our favorite restaurant.
Oh, bloody McDonald's.
Not for their food, but because of the Wi-Fi.
Which was shit.
Anyway, as we were
irate.
just getting close to McDonald's in Villach, just pulling up at the traffic lights before it, Princess is driving.
Oh shit. The cops. What have I done wrong?
Pulling us out, basically directing us to follow them along. So we did.
And they were inquisitive about the truck. And they also decided that our number plate didn't show which country we came from. And so we had to produce registration papers, our driver's licenses, our international driver's license.
We showed them the passport, we showed paperwork right over.
We showed bloody everything. And don't forget, on the truck is an Australian flag. We've got a koala sitting on the dashboard. We've got
a kangaroo sticker with the Australian flag on the back.
And a Kiwi sticker with a New Zealand flag on the back. And they didn't know where we came from.
And
I went, seriously, guys? Anyway, what happened?
Well, not that I like arguing, but I'd like to be inquisitive and challenge people. So in a diplomatic way, I asked a variety of questions like, really? It came very clear that at the end of the day, they were mainly interested in our car because it gave them something interesting to do for the day.
Yeah,
the number plate.
€25.
Well, yes, we come to that. They found the number plate just fascinating. So I thought it's just a fake number plate. You've got a sunset on there as well, and like weird numbers. What is it? It's like, well, it's actually a real number plate. We can prove it here. So they were more inquisitive. But do you think they backed off on charging us €25 fine?
In cash?
Nope, that's right.
Okay, now it's official.
No more fines.
No more guessing where we're from. That's all we needed.
Australia. No.
Last thing in Austria, we decided to do laundry, go to a laundromat. I'd found one down the road and it cost me more than my wardrobe. It was $80. So we're not going to a laundromat again. But in the meantime, the good thing is that I'd also put on Facebook, the Overlander Europe, that we were heading into Slovenia, and this beautiful lady, Kate, and her husband, Charlie, came online and said, when you cross the pass, what's the name of the pass? Wurzenberg or Wurzen Pass?
That's right.
Yeah. So please come and stay in our garden. You can park there. So since we'd already heard that it can be quite difficult to wild park in Slovenia,
Inexpensive.
we took them up and we headed on over the pass and met this wonderful guy, Charlie, who's French,
Beautiful people.
and settled on in. But that's our first week. And if we were to think of 3 things... If you like this, please leave us a comment or subscribe to this channel.
And love your feedback at all times, because remember, it's never too late and we always got something to learn. We look forward to hear from you. Thank you.